It's time. We're gonna see how this goes. Surprisingly minutes since we've done a cave thing. Now we're doing the best cave game. This is my favorite shmup out of all of them. Still haven't cleared ever. I've gotten like 50 other clears other than this one for some reason. We finally just gotta sit down and clear the one I actually like the most. I don't know how this will go. It's either gonna go really smooth or we're gonna run into hiccups. I'm doing it a little bit before. I usually over prepare before going into runs. When you just gotta do runs. That's what we're gonna do. Let me make sure this is all working. Yo, what up? Thanks for tuning in. So we found out, I looked at STM's replay of this game with Asagi. They have a no miss, and they completely annihilate this entire game. So we're on the 360 port, which has got worse input delay, but it looks really good. It sounds really good, and the input delay, it's not like SDOJ. It doesn't matter that much compared to that, nor is it like anywhere near close as that bad as that. I think there's a way to play on emulator where it's pretty good. But here it's just fine. We don't have to dodge anything in this run because we're picking Asagi, who's completely absurdly good. Yeah, here we're just doing three. If you do the arcade option in there, then you get like the arcade graphics. You don't get like these ones. I haven't actually tried it though. I can't like. I'm pretty sure the like delay across all of them's the same. So right away, the thing that's like incredibly nice about this game compared to Galuda 1 is as soon as you build your over mode, like you see this ring around us, as soon as we build that by having no gems and hanging out here for a while, it's permanent for the whole game. So now we're set. We don't have to worry about it ever again. It makes it so we pick up more gems when we kill everything. The other huge difference is that while in Espgaluda 1 you get more gems by just killing things fast, in this one it's about how you kill them. So how it works in this one is you have shot, laser, or point blank and wish shot. And they'll get you 1, 2, or 3 where you want to... You're gonna see why we picked this ship. This ship is fucking crazy in Kakusei, like absurdly high damage. So like point blanking everything with shot, you get 3. Lasering things, you get 2. Shooting things with shot without point blanking, you get 1. So like for proper like high scoring replays of this game, they're point blanking absolutely everything. We're gonna be trying to point blank a lot, but it's not super necessary for everything. We're just gonna get a little damage on him. Look how much we do off this thing. This is why we're picking this ship. He just does absurd damages in Kakusei, to where you skip the entire game. Like we don't have to dodge anything for the vast majority of the game. Because we just resource out everything, and because of the point blank system where you like not only does killing all the Zakos and everything point blank give you a bunch, but if you point blank the bosses with shot, it rejuvenates a ton of gems. Asagi uses a ton of gems, more than normal, which is why she's bad for score. Or just like harder for score in general. But if we're just going for a clear, and if we just want to make it to Shin Seseri, she makes it like stupid consistent. It's so easy on this character. It's crazy. She melts like everything. And the gem loss is still not even like that bad of a thing. Because you get more than enough to kill all the threats. Since we don't have to score like every section in the game, we just have to build like during sections like this for when it actually matters. And then enemies like this, they don't cost very much, so it's completely fine to do that. Let's get all the Zakos. You see, as soon as this boat dies, get full cancel. So it's completely free. A lot of these enemies, they aren't even like a super huge problem because we're just purely going survival. You might as well with all this like excess Kakusei. Like this guy right here, we might as well just get him out of the way, make everything as easy as possible. We only have to kill like one boat here. There's a bunch of enemies here. Yo, what up, what up? Dang, the whole squad came in. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, because I've routed it a bit, but I haven't like hyper practiced it. But the thing is this route is so good that I suspect it won't be that bad at all. This ship just freaking melts the entire game. The entire game falls before this freaking Kakusei. Like, look how fast that shit dies. I don't even know if we need to kill that one, doesn't matter. So, a lot of the time in score, you're trying to point blank absolutely everything you can with your shot. But what's nice about this route is it's not necessary all the time. This section, scoring this section is so goddamn hard. It's like a huge wall when you first learn score in this game. But for us, we literally just hug one of these diagonal lanes. You just wait for 3 and they're all dead, and that's it. That's literally it. These all have like a really weird path that these travel in. I found it just shoots one aimed in front, one aimed behind. You have to worry about it. It like completely solidify. Yeah, I really wish this one was on Steam. I'm like glad Xenia works good. I actually find this first pattern to be the hardest pattern on this fight for some reason. The little shots are aimed sort of on you, so you just want to be moving in between lanes a lot. These ones you don't have to worry about. Asagi, or one weird thing is her focus move speed is pretty weird. And for that pattern specifically, it's pretty bad. Now we're gonna see if we make this pattern easier. If we kill the middle one at the right time, it makes it so these don't spawn. I didn't get it, but it doesn't matter. It's easy enough. We need to be up a bit. And then this pattern took me a little bit to figure out how to do. But once you like sneak by one, and if you're up a bit, you get to sneak through them like that, and it's pretty nice. That one otherwise is a really bizarre one. And this is the only time we're using Zeshkai in the game, I think, other than to get the extend on like next stage. Look at our score. Because we don't do any score at all, this one tiny section. Oh, that's alright. Thanks for popping in, Mars. And thanks you guys for showing up. We're gonna see how this goes. I wasn't sure if I'm ready, but like you look at like how this character does, and it's like she just destroys this entire game. It's absurd. It makes me wonder if Espgaluda 1 or 2 is harder for like completely pure survival. The no miss I think is definitely harder in 1, minus Shin Seseri. I think Shin Seseri is kind of a bastard. She's got one really pain in the ass pattern that I just can't do consistently. So that's why we're just trying to kill her and not like try to no miss or anything. We're only trying to Kakusei these big ones here. We're gonna get 2 right here. See, even with like the reduced amount of gems we get, we still have enough to kill everything that we want. And we want to get up to 500 before the mid-boss. If we focus this left turret, the bottom one doesn't shoot at all. This one, let's make sure not to mess up. We're not going to get as many gems as I'd like. If you point blank those, then it's pretty good, but that's fine. Here's how you get the secret extend in this. There's 6 parts. You see like this turret here? And then there's those 2 in the back that my laser's currently over. I should have died. We're going to Kakusei the ones in the back. And then here, this is aimed, so we just get in a lane. We have to worry about our, we have to worry about our homing shots kind of damaging the boss too much. The secret, we have to get through all of this before this first phase dies. So we're trying to kill that one right there. Now we could kill the boss. You can kind of see the 6 holes. They're like vertically on each side. This is a weird movement. I think I did it wrong, but that's fine. It's just gonna take a little while to kill this. This is a streaming pattern. These bullets are kind of scary because of how they move, but they're just streamed. So no matter which part you start on, you're fine. And this is like a fixed, there's no like time limit here that we have to think about. It'll progress here as soon as we're done. There's 3 tanks. Our homing should kill the one on the right. Now, if we want to get the secret extend at the end of the stage, we have to do the rest of this without bombing. So even if you do mess up and you like eat a hit here, this is just streaming. Here's how we time the Kakusei. Right as we get to this second phase here, we wait. As soon as that gold runs out, then we trigger it, and we don't have to dodge that pattern without consuming any more of our gems. Every time you kill an enemy, you're consuming gems. So our whole goal is kind of consume as few as possible on the little small ads. So like right here, the only thing that could consume our gems is like this big turret here and this big enemy. We're doing the same thing. See all this gold? We just wait there. Oh, they're back. Now we're good, and they'll kill this before anything can happen. Now we have to be careful right now to not destroy this bomb carrier. What's that gonna do? Oh. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bomb early. We want this because our bomb's full. We're gonna try to pick this up last second. You know, I'm just gonna start charging now. We don't want this to float off screen. So we're gonna have to dodge this for a little bit. Usually you only have to dodge this once or twice, but luckily it's pretty easy. I was doing the overmode route, and this pattern's kind of a bastard in that. So it's kind of nice and relaxing with this one now. This pattern, when I was first learning the game, I didn't get it at all. Here's all you do. We just, right here, everything is aimed, including these. So we just move as little as possible. We go down for the first two and then slightly right. And now all we're looking at are the small shots. And then we get out of there and we're fine. We have Kakusei saved, and we want to point blank the boss at some point. So we wait here till we get into the next lane. And we don't want to kill her, so I'm looking at the health bar pretty tightly. Now we point blank her. If you point blank, look, we got like 120 gems. We wait for the sound cue and the petals to come out. And look what happens here. This really hard pattern, which gets pretty crazy as it goes on, is now dead. So it's like we're already stage 3, and like I haven't had to do anything. We're on to stage 4. I always forget how to do the start of stage 4. We'll see if I remember. So like Asagi kind of messes everything. We start left, I think. There's these enemies here. When you kill them, they pop a bullet down, and they pop a bullet aimed at you. So you want to be positioned where the bullet down doesn't cause any problems. So like right here, we're going to stick in the middle. So these right ones that are aimed, you just tap and those are fine. And then the other bullet that's whatever, it's completely good. Here, as soon as these come in, we want Pop Kakusei. There's nothing else here. Now here's a cool trick. You hold down, and all the aim bullets whiff. All the ones going straight down don't hit you. As soon as we get to the scary bit here, I messed up a bit. Let's see what happens now. I might have to bail myself out. That wasn't very good at all. Let's see if that causes any problems, because now our Kakusei's not where I want it, so I'm going to try to point blank these with shot where I can. We don't want a Kakusei yet. We want to wait for these boats. Now we have enough gems. And we're going to make sure not to kill it, so we keep our gems intact. As soon as these first bullets appear, that's when we Kakusei. We don't have to dodge the hard part of this. So I'm just going to skip. So I think in general, I think 1 is a lot easier game. But this route specifically with Asagi is so goddamn good that you don't have to do any dodging. See, this one we're not gonna. Usually you Kakusei this. We're not gonna do that just because I spent so much gems earlier to bail myself out. This one we might as well kill. It's like 2 phases. Before anything happens, we kill these. We're gonna start by going right. And then go here, because you see, you get an opening based on how they are, and now we're good. Even if we don't reach 500 gems here, it's fine. This boss is fucking awesome. Let's try not to mess him up. So we get most of our options on him. We bait him here. 1, 2, 3. And we get the point blank. Now we got 500 bar. This is kind of tricky. You want to get to the top of the screen. So you dodge this. Depending on which side he's on, we start on the same side he is and then go the other way like that. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You bait him the other way, and now we can point blank him at the very end of this. For a bunch of bar. That was less than I wanted. I spent a little too long. This part here, we're completely safe on like the back of the Yabara boss. Whenever we start going up, that's when we're going to damage it, because at the end of this pattern's when we want to cash in on some point blank. So right here. Now this is the only part we actually have to dodge on. So we just have to dodge 2 ways where it's easy. And then we'll just start here because we need damage, and these 2 are harder. And this pattern is not too hard to dodge. You want to dodge it unfocused anyway, because Asagi move speed in focus is really bad. I think we have enough gems. So you wait here till the guns happen, and then there's a big stomp. I did a bit early, but it's fine. This pattern is really, really hard to do, because as soon as you blow up like the parts, that happens to both come down. But so we... So far, I've had to dodge like 2 patterns the whole game. We're on stage 5. So if we want to see Shin Seseri, we just have to do this stage without dying, and this stage is pretty easy. I say as I'm probably going to get snagged by something somewhere, which would be pretty funny. Let me remember where to start. We start here. This stage has got the banger soundtrack, this whole game soundtrack, and presentation's my favorite out of any shmup. We just gotta worry about that tank down here. We're sitting here, you see at max power, you see how wide everything is, and it's slightly homing. So we kill all the enemies so they don't steal our gems, and then we're good here. We want to start right to left, because the first enemy's middle, then left, then middle, and right. And now we're going to get all of them at once, so we wait. Now we pop it. We want to go to the left to get that one on the left. And now everything's dead. They expect you to have more things alive here. These are only 1 phase, and they die so fast on Asagi. Asagi's built as a survival ship because they made the game harder difficulty. Espgaluda 1 was supposed to be like a lot easier because they made like a Ketsui, and they made Diojo. So they wanted something that was easier to get into for people. So they made Espgaluda 1. And then Espgaluda 2, they went absolutely fucking crazy with the scoring. Let's try not to mess up this part. This is the only part I could fuck up on. You just gotta stream slowly, and you're not all the way to the right, otherwise these bullets don't work out right. As soon as the last one's dead, we want to kill this before all of these guys are here, because we get a bunch of gems off them. Now, this is 2 phase. We want to kill all the Zakos first, and then Yukakusei. So like right here, all those planes, Kakusei right after. And now here's where we're gonna bomb. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna hold bomb. We're waiting till this platform's like halfway off the edge. And now, if we didn't have gems, this is a good part to get everything. Yeah, this song specifically is like really goddamn good. So now we're at the TLV. This is the mid-game TLV. Yeah, this one has Mushi vibes a lot. Even like stage 4 is just a Mushi stage. This boss is fucked, so I gotta shut up for a second. This is the TLV. I'm so fucking bad at this pattern. It's unbelievable. Okay, we're good. This one's really, really anxiety-inducing. I tried to find tricks for it, and I found the trick is just to do it. Okay, cool. So we just have one really fucked pattern that I can't do consistently, and then the whole boss is dead. Oh, that's not good. It worked out anyway. I lost track. I wasn't counting. So that fucks our resources, so we're probably gonna eat another death here. That was... I had to bomb like one later. But like for the clear itself, it's fine. Like the whole rest of the game's fine. This is the pattern I can't do consistently at all. There's something about it I can't do. And we would have, fuck, dude, we would have had it. So the problem is with this route, you completely annihilate the last two phases without you needing to do anything. Unfortunately, we can't do that because we don't have 500 gems. So we're just gonna do what we can. So usually you hang out here, you blow all your gems, and then we're gonna blow all the bomb, and it insta wipes the phase. And then you can point blanker for meter to kill the last phase. We can't do that, so we're just gonna end up just blowing all the bomb. I bet you can make it work, but it would be really, really tight. So we're waiting. You see those blue balls on the right side? We're just waiting till those are about bottom right quadrant. Eventually. We're waiting up here till this is about finished. And then you usually go here and move up, and then you point blanker. We can't do that though, so we just gotta have fun with this pattern. I haven't practiced at all. I had to wait one more tick. So here's where we're gonna eat a death on now, but now we're back refilled. What should we do? Let's actually just bomb this. We'll just bomb the rest of this, and then we'll just Kakusei the last one. That almost could have set up for gems. Right after her voice line's done, you just Kakusei and she's dead. I miscounted. I got all the hard parts done, and then I fucked up the easy part of the fight. That makes me sad. The last boss pattern has traumatized me more than any other pattern because I've been trying to figure out how to do that in the overmode run, and it's not fucking possible. It's already really hard and normal, but you're gonna see with Asagi, you're gonna not believe what happens on that last pattern. It's unbelievable. Now this stage, I actually haven't labbed this stage till today, really. So let's see if I remember how to do everything. It's probably gonna be a bit finicky. Once we kill 3, let's get to here as these flying enemies move in, because we want to be not too far in the center so we can hit the ones on the left. The spinning enemies on the ground are the real hassle. This is a lot easier of a stage than stuff like DFK, I feel like, but oh, I need to be here faster. That way you're ready for here. Our wide shot is so good and slightly homing, so it wipes everything as soon as all the Zakos are dead. We want to not spend our gems as much as possible. You see, we have both extends even though we haven't even tried. So, literally all we had to do was just use Zeshikai. We don't use Zeshikai like anywhere in the run except for like the last pattern of the stage 2 boss, and that's literally enough to get us all the extends we need. This one we gotta stream. Wherever you end up, you just start streaming from there. What do we do here? I already forgot. Okay, we kill these, they're in a line, and then we're gonna Kakusei this guy here. There's 2 phases here. I'm gonna see if I could try to kill it. Not, because you get gem cancel there. And then it expects that not to die as fast, so like nothing happens here. We're about to get the second mid-boss. Which, spoilers, we're gonna handle it how we have every other one, except we want to do it early. I went a bit late, because while the health bar is coming in, it's actually taking damage. That's why there's a big lurch. I messed up there, but that's fine. Let's just make sure we don't get the cancel there. Once we're here, we want to be in the middle on these 3 tanks. And then rush these as soon as they appear. That way we set up a stream for all these. This looks scary, but as long as we're on this side, we're fine. And by the time we're on this side, it clears up. We move to the other side. Anytime you see these flying enemies, you just go towards them. And you're completely fine. Now, we need to cut back here. We need to kill these 3. And once again, we're set up for the stream right here. That sucked. Luckily, we don't need Kakusei at all for the... I have to remember next time to just start the stream more carefully. Luckily, this section's absurdly easy. Compared to all the doll sections are crazy in the other games. And it's a bit crazy in this one, but on Asagi it's not bad. I haven't even routed it. I just have a general idea of what you want to do, and it's honestly enough. The homing is good enough to kill all of pretty much everything you'd want to. Specifically these spinning guys, that the homing kills fine. We want to be on top of all of these spawning in for these three. And now, usually by this point, you have a sliver of bomb left if you're doing the route properly. So what you do is you just last as long as possible, pop a regular bomb here. And at this timing, everything for the rest of the stage is aimed. So it's just one sweep and you kill everything, and there's a bomb pickup here, so it's completely free. And then, this boss is way easier than Galuda 1 final boss with this character specifically, because look at all we do here. So here's how we dodge this first pattern. We don't. We're waiting till that middle goes away. The right shoots for a little bit. We pop it, and then we're just gonna use Kakusei to speed us through here. We're gonna get the right before, and then the stem of this counts as point blanking it. Pop Kakusei right as these shoot, and then we're baiting it all in this direction. Everything is aimed relative to you. So we bait it here. And then we point blank the stem. And now look at our gems. We got like 450. And we're gonna get more than that. And this boss has nowhere near as many phases as nowhere near as many phases as Galuda 1. This first pattern is a little weird to manipulate, but I think I know how to do it. So here's what we do. We're waiting to lock on all of our options just because our options lock on kind of bizarrely. Okay, we want to be right here. And then as he shoots, we move. Because now we get as many of these shots cut off the edge of the screen as possible. And now we're just going to bomb that through here. This is the only hard pattern that we have to actually deal with. You just have to go as soon as it ends. It's really easy unless it isn't. And now we're going to get point blank on the boss. It takes so long to transition that we point blank for gems. This pattern's really weird, but here's what we found. We hide under the 4th life bar. We wait as long as possible, and now all we're looking at are these lines. You are just hugging the left side of the lines, and you're fine. And you want to Kakusei a lot faster than I did. Plus it makes it so you have to dodge this pattern for less. And now check out the final pattern. So like, I don't even need to look at the final pattern. Like, you just hear the voice sample, and you're completely good. Like, you could just hang out. He's dead. It's crazy how much this character simplifies the game, just if you're going for a clear. If you're going for score, this game's survival rating goes up, like a survival difficulty goes up a lot. If you're playing like Patea's like dog shit in this game. If you're playing Ageha, because he's the best for score, he is quite hard. You gotta dodge everything. Most players, they take a death, so you specifically avoid Shin Seseri. I think Maris was saying earlier he had like strats to die during Seseri to make it easier. But like, that was my first run ever of Galuda 2 with this route. And it just shreds the whole game, and I got hit in 3 places and fucked up Kakusei in a few spots. I think I genuinely think a no miss might not be bad at all. It's just Seseri who's a problem. And then I gotta work on stage 6 a bit more. We're gonna go in again just to see if we could. I want to get a run with only 1 death maximum. Yeah, there is no justice with this character. This character just shreds the last pattern. It's unbelievable. They made her for this mode because Galuda 1 was supposed to be easier, and then they went a little too crazy in this game. So they put Asagi in, who's specifically bad at score on purpose and really good at survival, but she's like really, really good at survival. Like especially so. So now we go in again, I guess. Like, where did we die? We fucked up one part on 6. This is a pretty long ending. I think it just goes through credits there. Play Omake mode. I haven't messed with Black Label or the other stuff. Black Label and the other, like, arranged modes have, like, weird mechanics. Like, there's one where you get red and blue bullets. Ones you cancel, one you can't. Somewhere you have, like, a shield that kind of deflects stuff around you if you have, like, a gauge. Thank you for GG's. Except that's not the end. We go in again. We see, yo, what up, Kuro? Yo, the Asagi's fucking OP as shit. We just cleared it really fast. This first run, just like super easy, just chill. It's unbelievable how bullshit this character is, like in strength. She is so goddamn strong. In fact, we no missed. The only thing we fucked up was the easiest part of Shin Seseri, which makes me so sad. We dodged all the hard parts that then make the whole fight free. And then I lost count. I went on 3 instead of 4. So here's what we do. I want to run with just like 1 death total. I can't no miss right now just because I haven't done enough runs in. But we shall see. But this character, man, is fucking crazy. The moment I found this route, I was like, okay, we're dropping everything. We're learning Galuda 2. Because this is STM's route. And because of the point blanks on all the bosses and everything, you don't, like, have to spend your gems in certain places and then dodge otherwise. You just kill everything. There's no, like, deciding what to spend gems on. You just kill everything, and you have enough for everything. Because, all the boss point blanks, like on the 4th stage boss where you point blank, like, every pattern. I kind of want to get spicier just because, this shit's fun to point blank on. If you point blank, you get a bunch of meter. I still had no clue what's the best thing to be doing here for just pure survival. You want to be on the side there because you get as much, you don't need to, like, not spend your gems on that boss, but we do it anyway, just for leeway or whatever. You can, like, wait all the way here, and then go. Get, like, a full string cancel on this, and then you point blank everything, because even when you get a full cancel, the enemies don't shoot right away. I'm wasting a lot of gems, but look, this run we got, like, 500. The whole thing with gems in this game, instead of Galuda 1, where killing them fast gets you more gems, in this one, it's about point blanking things with shot, gives you 3, lasering things gives you 2, and then shooting with shot gives you 1. So for consistency's sake, most of the time, it's routed, so you only have to laser things. So it's really easy. This one, here's the trick to this boss, by the way, if you have trouble with this pattern. You just stay here, and you tap to the left, so you go into the middle safe spot, but those, like, aimed shots get aimed, like, behind you, and you're fine. You do the same thing here. It doesn't look like it'd work like that, but it works the same. This one, it's fine even if we use shot on. Because it just loops back to the start. I bet there's a way to point blank him with the... Actually, I think in the score run, use Zeshikai, the last pattern. You can, like, bait the pattern sideways. You, like, bait it while you're right up next to him, and then all the shots that would go horizontally instead go vertically, and you get a shit ton on stream. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works in 1, but in this game, it doesn't matter. Maybe there's a... I'm pretty sure, like, regardless of how long they've been alive in this one. But I could be wrong, but it's 100% that the... Like, if you're point blanking things, you want to be doing it with shot. If you want just ultra consistent amount of gems, you're using laser and it doesn't matter the distance. The replay we're copying actually gets really spicy on this section for gems, but for survival purpose, it doesn't matter. We just do everything, so whenever you fight these boats here, you just fight them solo. You just stay in one spot and you're fine. And then this one, you wanna... You were waiting before Kakuse to kill the boss because you see all these enemies flooding in the side. They take all your gems. Here, once he gets started, we just Kakuse in on the first pattern and he's dead. If you Kakuse some of these turrets up ahead, you see these ones we've destroyed on the boat, you actually get like gem spawners. But it's actually surprisingly unnecessary for us. Like these two vertical ones right here. I think if you're in Kakuse and you kill them, you either get gold or gems. I think it's RNG based to the detriment of score players because this section right here is so fucking important for score. I think you get like, it's something like 60 mil off this section or something. Or it could be from this section to the end of the boss. You just wait for three explosions. It looks like I'm doing a lot of crazy dodging. I'm literally dodging nothing. I need to get over there. You're literally dodging nothing. You're just hugging the diagonal lane. Yo, what up, Max? This is my favorite. This is my favorite one out of all of them. Something about this game hits right for like presentation-wise. The bullets. Your hitbox feels good. It's fucking fun for survival and for score. Except I got traumatized by the score because I'm really bad. Whoop. Let's see if we get the trick. So if we kill the middle turret here, as this pattern goes out, you gotta kill it right as those bullets come out. It's a little easier. It's easy anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's do the cool dodges. You dodge in one, and then you do this, like, snaking pattern. You use figure eights, and it feels pretty fun. That pattern used to be nightmarish. Yeah, this is the literal only time we use Zeshikai. Literally just right here, just because it's completely free. And look at our score. Yeah, it's... Because we... So, like, I think, I'm trying to remember the scoring run. So we're at 15 whatever right now. By the mid-boss of stage 1, you're at like 50 mil or something. Or it's like 30 to 35 mil, you end the stage on 50 mil. I think that's what it's supposed to be. We're gonna be spicy. You're safe up here from the turret, and you get the point-blank kill, and you can point-blank these. But our route actually makes it so, on this stage, we can just sit here. And with our power like this, the homing is... I am actually going the wrong direction. But our shot is so good, it covers everything. You're supposed to just follow the wave along with the... You just follow the Zakos, you go towards them. And wherever they go, they lead you to the right enemy. These flying ones, you see the middle shot come out twice. That's the perfect time to Kakuse. It comes out twice. Kakuse, this is a grounded enemy, you don't Kakuse. This one we wait, we want to kill two. A lot of these tanks absorb a lot of them, but it doesn't matter. I want to see if I could do the next part correctly without dying, because it's easy to fuck up this right here. Let's get to the top. Yeah, look at this. You get point blank on all of them. Look at our gems. You get max everything. Oh yeah, Zeshikai and the clones one. That one be sick. I literally don't have that section routed because it's so... Because this character is so good at that part. So we just killed the two in the back. This is the secret extend, by the way, if you weren't here in the first bit. We have to kill 6 turrets. So we killed the 3 on that side. And now we have to kill... Woo! We have to kill 3 over here. We don't want to do too much damage to the boss, and you see our options kind of target things on their own. But, it's pretty tanky if we haven't damaged it a lot on the first. Ooh, actually, we almost... I just looked at the life bar and we had, like, fucking nothing. That's pretty funny. I keep trying a way to manipulate this pattern to make it not take as long. But I keep fucking it up, so we just gotta stream here for a while. These look terrifying just because of how bubbly these bullets are. But it is just streaming. This one's pretty terrifying in the over mode run because your taps have to be so precise. Here it's perfectly fine though. And the scoring extends are so easy to hit in this game. The only other time we do Zeshikai is just to get the secret extend. So because we killed all of the turrets on the first phase of that mid-boss, now as long as we don't use a bomb and get to the end of this stage, then we can use Zeshikai, get an extra extend. Actually, I need that. Let's see if that does any weird stuff. We just wait here. Kakusei. This dies. How do we know when we need to get off Kakusei? Because we don't want to spend it to kill the second one. We wait till all the gold comes in. See, I did it after the gold came in, so I killed it too fast. So we spent a little gems on that. Luckily, though, it's fine. We get so many gems here. I'm going to actually sneak in a few of those guys. Even though we kill this big turret here, it's fine on our economy. See, wait, all this gold comes in. We let go, and we're good. And it kills it before we have to dodge that pattern. Let's try to not kill this bomb carrier like we did before. We want to kill it at the last second. Here's Zeshikai. That's the only other time you use it. So we have full bomb right here. We do have to worry. If that goes off screen, sometimes it can spawn, even if it's not time for it to do so. So we're going to move to the left side because that's where it'll do that. As soon as you see this triple bullet, you hold bomb. So I'm hanging out over here just so it doesn't go away. As soon as this pattern's done, we just dump it. And now you only have to dodge this once. This pattern's scarier on the later ones, but dodging just like those 3 bullets is completely free. Like, you don't have to think about it at all. This one, I kept messing with the overmode strat where you hug the very top of the boss. But I found this is just easier. Literally everything is aimed, including the small bullets, so you just go slow. They're just aimed like relative. If you get to the left the right side too fast, it causes problems. But here, it doesn't matter. We want to be in the middle for this, so we can sneak into this pattern. And we're going to try to kill her with our normal... Alright. I needed to do Zeshikai, whoops. I guess here it starts there. I had to do Zeshikai, earlier, or Kakusei earlier. Because you're supposed to point blanker before it came out, but I both did Kakusei too late. And, I also ended Kakusei before getting her down to like a pixel. No, but you're just trying to kill her with shot. So you replenish like enough gems to where you skip the next pattern. A lot of the later bosses, like stage 4 boss, you literally point blank every single phase with shot, and it supplies the next phase with enough for to skip the next one. So it's like you don't have to fight the 4th stage boss at all. You could do fun stuff with baiting this way off the side and then sit on top of the turret, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to point blank these here for enough gems, but it's fun. Everything's aimed, so it's really easy to sneak by everything. Now we want to destroy one pattern so it goes here, so we get all the gems off these guys. And now I could have killed more of the Zakos before doing that, but we just want as many gems as possible. This explosion takes so long. I think it's literally just graphics. I tried to make sure. I was concerned too if like they do any changes, but I'm pretty sure it's completely the same as arcade. It's just with the 360 graphics. I could be wrong though. Is there something different on a Seseri pattern? Let's wait till these go. We have so many gems we could just hang out here for a while. Let's wait till like 320 gems. You don't even need this pattern's pretty easy to do without. But because you have so many gems, it's like we might as well just skip this pattern entirely. You can, I think you're supposed to like point blank it in the scoring run. You could do that with like Ageha at some point. And then like this pattern right here, you bait sideways in like Zeshikai, and it gives you like a crazy pattern. You get like a shit ton of score. We don't care about that though, we just want him to die. Really? That one's... Dude, that one is, Yeah, that's like the second hardest pattern in this run. Actually, the one before it fucking drives me up the wall. I hate that pattern so much. It's like the hardest streaming pattern I've ever run into. We actually got it perfectly good on our clear run. But, I fucked up the, like, brain dead easy part somehow. I'm like, that could have been like a one miss for the first run. That would have been pretty funny. But what's nice about here, there's no, like when it's doing SDOJ runs, you get up to, like, stage 4, and then you gotta lock in on stage 4 for your shot at stage 5, and then stage 5's fucked up the whole time. This game is calm the entire game. Like, all the way up till Shin Seseri. Like, I was wondering if stage 5 would feel, like, pretty anxious, but no, stage 5 is really easy with Asuki. So it's like, as long as you do the route, you get to see Shin Seseri. I forget if you want to use Kakuse on that. I think you don't, because it's the only thing on screen and it's easy. I think you also don't want to Kakuse this thing, because it's just the only thing on screen, and it's a streaming pattern, it's easy. You see how these are diagonal, like this? You just hug one, because the rest that aren't that diagonal are aimed. So it's like shockingly relaxing of a section. It's actually the easiest section of this whole stage. These guys I actually find harder for that. Dude, the mid-boss guy is so cool. He's like not quite the rivalship, but the fact that he's reoccurring, he just fucking laughs at you. And like the whole shtick in like the 4th stage boss. This game is really memorable bosses for me. The only one that's like not as much is this one, but this one makes up for it by like exploding out of the carrier. Let's see if we could get it. I'm gonna try not to damage the middle until now. Now let's try damaging it. No, I did too early. No, nope, just kidding. We got some of them. Maybe it's based on how many you've killed. I still don't 100% get it. Alright, let's do the full pattern. You have to be a little higher up for this. It stopped working for me because I'd be at the bottom. Woo! You don't have to do that. Alright, look at our score. We're at like 6 mil or however many. You want to just tap slightly here. The only thing that could... Look at that. Up, 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 up. Yeah, dude, if you play the STM who did this route, also has a Ageha route for same thing, just no miss the game. It's 100 times harder. You actually have to deal with everything. Here it's so easy. We're just gonna hold laser here, and you can see even without the point blank gem gain, we still have enough for everything that we want to use it on. So see, these enemies are going to the right, so you just go to the right. Oh, they're on the right, you go to the right. They carry you to absolutely everything. You don't even need to route it. You just kind of go where they are. And because there's an order of operations with everything we want to do, that's why this route is so goddamn good. Because there's no, like, as silly as it sounds, there's no decision making. The only decisions you have to make are, if you ever fuck up anything. Like, everything has, like, a set timing. I still don't have them 100% down. I was thinking of, like, getting it, like, 100% consistent and then doing runs, but I'm like, fuck it. Okay, sorry. Alright, we'll be less greedy on those. We'll be less greedy on that part. You just laser those and it's fine. That's like literally the only section that I worry about up till Oop, not Ageha. Oop, just kidding. That's the only section I worry about, trying to get the point blank on those guys, but you don't need it. So you're gonna see on the next one, literally all you do is you could just laser and you have enough. Because you really don't need that many on stage 3 boss. And you don't need that many for the first phase to like kill the first initial turret. Alright, I'm gonna actually pay attention to what the fuck I'm doing on there so we stop doing dumb shit on stage 3. Bop. What's kind of nice, like, I remember doing, like, SDOJ. And, like, it feels so terrifying doing, like, stage 4. And, like, everything relies on stage 4 up until you even, like, even have a shot at, like, hitting, like, a hibachi rack. Here it's just, like, you kind of just cruise with the Asagi. So if you haven't seen score for this game at all, instead of just Kakusei, which is what we're using all the time, where it's a slow-mo and we cancel bullets, if you hold it down, you get Zeshkai. And in Zeshkai, instead of being 100 times multiplier, what you get is you can get up to 500, but every time you cancel a bullet, it spawns another bullet there that's aimed at you. And it uses gold as a resource. Right here, gold is just like an end-of-stage multiplier for score for us. But in the scoring run, gold is a resource you use for Zeshikai. So you have to balance like gold and gems and everything. Here, we literally don't give a shit about gold in the slightest. So we just treat it as building as many gems as we want. The gold's actually what drove me crazy in the scoring run. Because what makes the scoring run psycho is the timings for everything are really, really hard. Not because of the timings to kill everything, but the timings to like to not lose your resources, because killing things drops both your gold and your gems. You have to have those at a right ratio. You have to pop out at a right time and back in so you clear everything. It gets pretty wild. Yeah, I think a bullet cancel mechanic, the 3... You don't even need Kakusei if you really don't want to use it on that thing. The 3 I think of Futari Black Label, I think of DFK, and I think of, I guess we'll throw Pro Gear in there as like a style of bullet cancel. Where like blowing up enemies that have bullets on top of them kills the bullets that are on top of them. We have so many gems. Like the scoring run gets extra fucked here because after this boss, you have those 2 puddles I mentioned, the 2 turrets that will drop either gold or like gem deposits. And you're like routing if the main scoring section of this stage changes based on which one of those you get. Here I'm just happy to be hitting the Kakusei button. So this is my favorite shmup, but I didn't want to just learn a survival run for it because I didn't want to just learn like a quick one and done clear of it. So I didn't learn the survival route for the longest time, and I was just grinding my head against score. And then I was grinding my head against the overmode run before I found out that Zeshkai overmode is impossible. But then I realized that there's a TLV. There's Shin Seseri. And then I realized if you really want to, the no-miss is really like nowhere near trying to no-miss the other ones. Yeah, I think Zeshikai is like it at its highest, like how crazy can we go? Futari, I'm still debating when I learn like Black Label God, if we learn any score or just pure survival. Because the scoring looks fun, but I would also like to see the TLB. There's a dip switch to see the TLB every time. But it would be cool to like no-miss the whole thing. Get the special no-miss TLB, it'd be pretty cool. We have to use shot a bit here to correct this pattern. But it loops anyway, so you don't, like, you're not trying to speed kill it at all. Here, what's the cue for this? You just Zeshikai as soon as you see the big bullets. And it looks like you have to tap a lot because a lot's coming in. No, the scoring extends are brain dead easy. Literally, that's the only time we Zeshikai. And then we get the other scoring extend, like pretty much guaranteed. It is really, really, really easy. Like, I think the scoring run gets both extends by the end of the first stage boss. The not scoring run just gets it on accident. I almost thought I didn't move up fast enough. Alright, I'll stop doing dumb shit on this stage. So we can actually... I'll just do that consistent shit. We're just gonna laser those enemies for gems right near the mid-boss. Because like whole start of here, you don't have to dodge anything. The whole thing of this run is you've absolutely minimized any possible places you have to dodge. That way you just make it to Seseri as easily as possible. Because going for score and trying to reach the boss is psycho. Because a stage 4 boss causes a lot of problems. Like a lot of people... Oh, we needed to kill that as well. But it's fine. We're just down a little on gems. So it doesn't matter. We killed this left turret first. The bottom turret never shoots. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. This is fine. It's probably safer to go left to right. But see, look at our gems. We don't have to risk our life going Alright, let's make sure we actually do this right, though. I did way too much damage on the main boss last time. Use this to make everything easier. We want to kill those top two. Why aren't you dying? We dealt way too much damage to the main boss. We want to kill this bottom one as fast as possible. I'm kind of flubbing it, making it look harder than it is. Alright, where's that last one? I want to look at the HP badly, but nah, we're good. I need to not die. Okay, let me see if I get this right. So we move to here and then back. Nope, that fucked it. Ah, alright, this is gonna take a while. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. Sorry, so sorry. This is like my least practiced stage, which is why I was worried going into this. We're just gonna do the shit that works. Oh, and Futari God? Yeah, Futari God, you actually have to... So what we're just doing, I'm doing some weird strat for that part where you, like, right before the boss activates, you move and then back. And it makes it so you get in the middle all the time. Ah, dude. I'm getting hit in silly places. Futari God, you have to really try to get the extends on. It's very different. You have to, like, realistically, you just score stage 2 and you're fine. Even with, like, a not ultra optimal route. But, like, you have to work a lot harder in Futari God mode. The thing is, though, is if you are going for, like, pure survival, I just want to see Spiritual Larsa, then it doesn't matter, actually. Because it's like... So Spiritual Larsa is really easy. Compared to... Like, it's nowhere even close to Ultra. I spent so many gems. It's not even remotely close to Ultra in difficulty. You do not need all the extends. So, like, the survival runs I see just don't even bother with getting the last extend. For score, you have to hit, like, 750 mil or something. Something along those lines. And it just doesn't matter. Like, if you're just going ultra consistency, you have enough resources for the whole game. And then Larsa, like, you could make 2 mistakes on TLB, still clear it just fine. You got so many... Whoops, I don't know what I'm doing. I spent too much time not getting out of Kakusei. So all that means is just for stage 2, we just not Kakusei one of the enemies and then we're fine. We just make up the difference in gems we accidentally spent. Plus they're not like necessary Kakuseis. Like final stage. God, I've noticed that trap I fall into, where we clear on the first run and then just eat dick every other run. You do that, so you start with gems. There's a bug in this game where if you want to play for score, you have to do it. What the bug is if you're in the tutorial, like you don't skip by everything. Am I in? I'm not sure if I actually hit overload level. The bug is you wait for the tutorial section to end right as you're getting a bunch of gems. And what ends up happening is those carry over into the main game. So instead of starting with 100, you end up starting with like 200 or like 220 or something along those lines. And that way it makes it so you can score the starting section. So this section right here, right as these enemies come in, they shoot a lot in Zeshikai. If you kill their turret and then enter Zeshikai, we don't care about them, so they just explode. We want to kill one arm here, and then you switch to shot, so we get a ton of gems off all these enemies on the side. And then look, we got like 400. I kind of messed up a bit. We drained a lot of... Ooh, you did not die. I killed the part instead of everything else. While we get fewer enemies to get gems, it doesn't matter. Because, look at everything. We're almost maxed. You can point blank all of these, but look, we're about to hit like close 500 and you don't even need them for a final boss. Alright, let's try to stop doing stupid shit. We're just gonna, kill the boss. Here's what you do if you just want to skip a phase. Like right as these shoot, they go. And then once it starts shooting again, you let go. And now we have more than enough gems for the next stage. And you see this pattern. This pattern gets hard after like the 4th shot. So it's like these two don't matter, and then it gets hard, doesn't matter, it's already dead. Actually like this boss a lot as a first stage boss. I think Seseri as the first stage boss in the first game is pretty good, just for like, it's an interesting place since you're building up your overmode. That's a nice thing about this game if you play for... If you're not trying to play perfect or whatever, not losing your overmode level. That thing we do at the start, where you get in overmode, everything's red. You build up the level around your ship, that gauge. You build that level up, and you get more gems for the rest of the game, permanently, even if you die. In the first game, you have to get it back, and there's so few places to get it back without, like, annihilating your score. Alright, let's actually get back to... some parts. Like that, it's not necessary you Zeshikai that, but for like Omega consistency, you might as well, because look at how many gems we have. If you like fight the both solo, it doesn't like change its shots at all, you just find the spot and you're safe. The Runway Copy gets like mad greedy on this section with gems. I think it's because they're like a really good player and they get bored, to be honest. Because that's not really a reason to do it for survival here. So we're killing all those Zakos before Kakusei, because we get all the gems from them here, and we really want to limit in Kakusei how many Zakos you kill. Because they suck up all your gems and they can take a lot. This is routed in a way, like the last stage, it's not ultra precise in making sure you kill everything right. Like in the replay we take, they like have a couple bosses that they accidentally don't turn it off in time, and it's still completely fine. That's fine. So you just tap a bit, and it looks like a lot's happening. There's not. And it's just so funny after going for score with how easy this section is. Even in it's actually not that bad in overmode either. You do the same exact strat. It's just harder to do the cutback whenever you kill the 3 and then have to move. If you kill this enemy in the middle, then you're just set up to get into both. You don't have to do anything weird. Alright, let's actually... Can we actually get through stage 3? Actually, the more I practice this boss, the more I get hit by this first pattern. The little shots are aimed on you, but with like a random offset to the left or right. So they're not quite full aimed. Dude, this pattern in the overmode run is fucking psycho, because Asaki has the exact wrong amount of move speed to be able to deal with it. Shit's so funny. Alright, let's try. We're focused on the left one now. Do we kill the middle in time? Oh, we kind of did. We skipped a lot of them. That's neat. This one looks scary, but you ignore the straight shots and you're just looking at the round bullets. You go through one, and then you can do the figure eights here. I thought this boss would give me a lot of problems just because of that second phase in the very first one, but it's not. Shit just dies. Alright, why are we fucking up on stage 3? Maybe I'll stop yapping during parts where you could do stupid shit on. Or just yap about the game. You really don't need to go up here, because if you go any later, you could die. Yeah, I was just thinking for a second, I'm like, why am I going for the point blank? I could just do this, it doesn't matter. That's why you just do this. You don't want to do stupid shit on your ultra consistency run. You stick to the route that works. There's like two kinds of players in this. I get this mostly from fighting games, but it applies like everywhere. It's just a human thing. But there's the heart players, and there's the... Oh, we killed everything already. There's the heart players, and there's like the lad players. So some people play better when they're more emotional. Let's just go here. Dude, this is an easier stream. I'll talk about that after this. Let me just not fuck this up. We won't lock onto everything here. And then focus on these guys. Have to unfocus because everything locked onto not the turrets. You do so much damage in Kakuse. You don't want to Kakuse this one. This is the only scary part dodging-wise. But it's aimed, so you have a lot of manipulation over it. Okay, now we just have to dodge. I can't look up at the health bar, so I don't know if I'm doing enough damage. Or if I'm doing too much damage. Okay, now I go look up. Woo! There's a... Okay, see, we're just doing... God damn it, dude. I don't know why I can't do that pattern. Let me just practice that real quick. How do I get to the main menu? I got used to doing the weird pattern. I don't actually know how to do it normally. Let me just look back and do that real quick. That's like the only part up till Shin Seseri that like is a... Whoops. Let me leave. That's like the only part up till Shin Seseri that's like a potential dodge death pattern. Like you could count the amount of patterns that if you do the route are actually a threat damage-wise. Is this not in... Oh, you gotta go training... You gotta go to, like, the very start. And then you get training mode. Let me just look at that mid-boss real quick. Because I got used to doing the other one. I don't actually know how to do it normally. Yeah, whatever, gold doesn't matter. If you're going for survival and just don't care about Shin Seseri, it doesn't matter. This game, with this route, I don't think I could possibly not 1cc because of how consistent it is. But for getting to Shin Seseri, you have to not fuck up early. So let me just get through to here. Why are we doing more damage than normal, it feels like? I have, that's why. You don't have all the power up by this point. Where's our power level? Where are you by stage 3? This usually automatically does it. Are you 5 power? There's a... I'm not sure why it's not showing the power that you're supposed to have by this point. I'll know pretty fast, though, based on how fast this first turret dies. Because there's 5 here, and then you get one after on this stage. I think this is right. Yeah, I think this is the amount of power you actually have. Well, let me just skim through. Oop. You see, that's what happens if you lock onto the main boss. Ideally, you dodge this pattern like this, so you're constantly hitting this thing. You reset yourself, and then you go. This extend isn't as bad as, like, SDOJ or Mushihime. Okay, now that we're here, I'm keeping the God replay. I need to see specifically how they move. I set up save states in emulator to skip the things fast, but all of them got corrupted.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your
Go away.
will accompany you on your journey.
Okay, all you do? Okay, I get it. Let's see one more time and then we're just... Okay, there's a set timing to make it easy. Nope, that's not it. While it's fine if you dodge it any other way, we'll just do it one more time, then we'll go back run. Well, it's completely fine to dodge it, like, other way. This way puts you in the middle and it's less awkward. Because the stream is kind of bizarre because it's got, like, fuzzy bullets. Make sure we're not hitting the boss. What's nice is you get the full string cancel anytime one of these dies. See how much damage that did? I bet the replay does something that makes that less of an issue. So you see, there's a lot of, like, rotating turrets on the middle. Those are, like, blocking our... Fucking Christ, dude. I just want to see past this stage. What's interesting, they start going on the back line a lot earlier than I've been doing. I think it's because as soon as one of those turrets die, I think it hard focuses on the boss itself, so you're doing too much damage. What am I doing? Right, we keep trying to reset on the left. We do damage on the back. We try to kill both of them as fast as possible. Damn it, the boss dies so fast when you're doing this. We're gonna start here and go this way. And then we're gonna go this way and go back. That's what you're supposed to do. Look at that, the way it crafts that pattern for you. And then you're set up to dodge this just fine. And if you're not moving too much, this is fine. Is that gonna go? Now it is. Here's what we're doing. We're just gonna commit to moving. We're not trying to position, because if you position somewhere weird, as soon as the stream starts, you mess up. Alright, we're going back in. This happened with the DFK2. We killed Hibachi on our first try. And then it took 100 years to get back to Hibachi. Luckily, you saw in the last run we did up to there, you get to the mid-boss with like a bunch of gems regardless of greeting for like point blanks or not. Alright, back to here. I thought about if this one would be interesting to grind for a no miss, because like pre Shin Seseri, if you mess up the route, things could get scary, but that's about it. Most of the stages are like constructed enough that you get through them fine. And then and then Shin Seseri, you just have to do her first pattern good. Like, that was the thing that drove me up the wall with the SDOJ Hibachi. Was that, like, you make it there and shit's fucking absurd the whole way through. There's no, like, getting lucky on one pattern or anything. You gotta just get lucky on everything to be really good at doing everything. Here, I'm like, the no miss might not be so bad just because you just have to get one run that kills Shin Seseri properly. Just the first phase, which is 3 patterns that you have to dodge. And then past that, stage 6 really isn't that bad at all. The final boss, you resource out the entire thing. As soon as we see another bullet, you let go there. If you have 500, this does like so much. But the main weakness with the Asagi, aside from like not getting as many, she consumes too many gems on Kakusei versus the others, is that her focus is really goddamn slow. Which is fine for most parts, but you do want to switch a lot more than the other characters. Ageha, a lot of the patterns you can move through just fine in focus. Something like here, if you find yourself out of position, you might want to do something like that. For our run, it doesn't matter. You just do that. Damage isn't a big deal. There's no like, uh-oh, if we don't kill the boss in time, we're in trouble. And any parts that do have that, we have Kakusei, so you set it up perfectly fine. Replay waits a while on these guys to hit them. There's sometimes you don't want to Kakusei the big enemies immediately as they spawn, even if there's like nothing else for you to be doing. Just because you're spending time in Kakusei, which is draining gems a bit. And you're doing a lot of damage with normal laser. So you like do normal laser for a long time, then you Kakusei and shit dies really fast. It's like a minute optimization, it doesn't really matter too much here. I was worried about getting hit by that pattern, but the gaps are pretty big. You also can't be hit by his gun, which is nice. Even in Ageha kills that pattern pretty fast, I'm pretty sure. I need to be shot on these. I have died to those turrets before. The slowdown comes undone. One of the scary things is if you're doing Zeshikai stuff, is the slowdown turns on and off pretty frequently. You have to be ready for bullets to accelerate from like no speed to like pretty decently fast when you're like locked in an area like this. Kakusei, you don't have to worry about that because everything you kill, all the bullets get cancelled. In Zeshikai, even once you kill everything, there's still threats. I don't know how much your middle laser does compared to... I don't know how the damage works exactly with options versus laser. Because sometimes they like cheat it a bit, so if you're... to make it not feel bad if you're not hitting with the laser exactly. Here, we just want to do big switches in lanes. You don't want to just tap into a safe one just because the aimed bullets. They give you a lot more room if you're making a lot bigger of a movement. Alright, let's see if we could get the cancel on these vertical shots. I'm gonna sit here for a bit and then move. Was that enough? No, it wasn't. Hey! Have we died on that part? I feel like we must have died on that one at some point. We dodged through one, and now... I spent a little bit of time on the bottom, so makes that slightly scarier. But it's fairly slow. Big bullets come out. Bam, Zeshikai. Back to stage 3. I didn't think we'd be stuck in stage 3 hell. Stage 3 is pretty easy with this route. It's literally just the mid-boss, and if you want a greed shot on getting as many gems before the mid-boss. But because you only use Kakusei once on the boss, on the mid-boss, just to kill the 2 turrets at the start, it's not a big deal. We're just gonna play it ultra safe the whole time. We're just holding laser. I tend to play pretty high on screen regardless of the game, even if it's not like a Ketsui. I have to remind myself to play a bit lower. I'm almost never on the bottom, like 4th. This is like as low as I go. Alright, let's not mess up Kakusei once the 2 come in. The 2 come in right after this one. This part's pretty funky on a scoring run. We lost a lot of gems because we hit a lot of the Zakos. But it also makes it easier to live too. And because you get the resupply here, it's fine. This is what we're gonna do just for ease. And let's see how many we get. If we get above 400, we're fine. Yeah, that's good. Let's not fuck this up. Save me. See, that's why you want to go that way. I still messed it up a bit, and it was a lot scarier than it should have been. How much damage are... Okay, we're fine. I'm not sure if I've killed 2 or 1 turret. Okay, I've killed both. And we just want to kill this before it gets too long and these start overlapping. Here's what you do. Left to right. That wasn't right, but it worked. I can't believe this pattern is the one that... This one does drive me crazy in overmode route. Oh my god, we did a miracle. We beat the stage 3 boss. I like the rest of this stage. The actual most dangerous part is just these tanks. That's literally it. These you just sweep. We want to remember to snag this power up as soon as possible. It doesn't matter where we start the stream on this guy because he's pretty slow. Just as long as we Kakusei now. What's the cue for getting out of it? We wait till all the gold comes in. We get out. Now we didn't consume our gems on a second like proc. And we didn't have to dodge the second phase anyway. I'm not 100% on where you want to start for this. But we do want to be on the left to starting this guy. You treat him the same exact way. It gets pretty close to those happening, but it's... Alright, let me not... I'm just gonna use... We don't want to kill this carrier because we need it fairly late. The replay I do waits till it's in the middle and then Zeshikai's there for the extend. I don't know if that... I have had this float off at like weird points, like mad early. Like I once had it float off like right now. So I'm just paying attention to screen position. Because... Okay, I kept the camera there just in case. Right after that pattern finishes, we have a full bomb. The longer you hold bomb, the bigger it is. And the way... the big bomb timings are really easy. Yo, what up, Christian? How you doing? We cleared Shin Seseri on our first attempt, and then we keep getting annihilated by the stage 3 mid-boss. We're trying to get a run that does Shin Seseri as good as possible. But it turns out what we really need is a run that does the 3rd stage mid-boss properly. Here's... That's what you actually do. We died that one time because we didn't do enough damage in Kakusei there. If you point blank the bosses with shot, you get such a dramatic increase in gems, it's absurd. So like it goes from like you laser a boss when it dies, you get 70 gems. If you point blank it with shot, you're getting like 130 or something, which is usually enough to like skip the next pattern or do like a significant amount of damage. Let's remember this. I always feel a little weird at the start of this stage, just remembering exact positions of everything. You want to remember landmarks, but it's mostly vaguely similar looking, but now I think I remember everything. We want to wait here, wait here, wait here. Our shot's wide enough at this power level at this point. We use Kakuse bolt to kill this really fast, and it lets you sneak through everything. We want to hold down. The guys get killed on the sides, and we want to wait till we're in here. It looks terrifying, but by the time we Kakuse, all the enemies have died already. And it's just really easy dodges with just the singular big enemy. This boss drove me fucking crazy in the overmode route. They're really psycho. Here it's fine. We just wait to use our Kakuse once we killed these boats so they don't take it. We're building up gems, building up gems. Oh, those are gone. We'll Kakuse. We're trying to... You can't rely on the boss about to be dead sound indicator. Because you do so much damage that by the time the indicator happens, it happens at the same time that you kill the boss. Depending on how fast you killed it, you could get a big enemy, so I'm positioned there just in case. I'm doing weird shit. I'm supposed to go from left to right. Now we're here, though. This is fine, because you sneak up and around. We have enough gems. We can afford to get through this guy, no problem. Oh, I guess that was the last... What's nice is there's no power loss in this game, but there's still power-ups, which I wish everything was like. I'll like stomach a lot of things in shmups. Like, I don't care about checkpoints at all. I actually like a lot of the R-type games, like Gradius and everything. But the problem with those is I never think checkpoint. What I think is like, this could be danger. We're fine. The thing that kills me is fucking losing power. Alright, here's what you do. You're safe up here, whichever side he's hanging on. That one you go to, and you go in the direction that way. We're waiting for 5. You can also see the boss like animates a bit. Why are we doing this? Because we want point blanket. Look at our gems. We got like 80 from that. So we're constantly replenishing every single bit of gems we use. Is it necessary to clear the game? No. But if you go for like no miss purposes, what ends up happening is you just always have gems to make everything easy. There's never a hard pattern anywhere because you always have gems. And everything is self-replenishing. Alright, we need to... Let me dodge real quick. You have to dodge too. And then pop Kakuse. This one you want to do for the move speed unfocused anyway. I don't think I got the full point blank there, but we have enough gems that watch what happens. The guns come up, pop. This is actually my favorite pattern in the whole game on overmode. And the whole phase before this is the one that drives me fucking up the wall in overmode. That whole pattern we just did before is like 4 of the most fucked patterns I've ever seen ever. And then I see this route, the not overmode route. You just press Kakuse and it explodes. Okay, this stage is not bad. As long as we don't die, we reach Seseri. We need to go the other way. Next one popping up on the left. Asagi messes up all the Zakos in focus really, really good. Because not only is this widespread, but you see they're homing as well. So it's like, even if you... Like, you can't not hit everything on screen. We need to start from here and go left. And now it's middle right. Now we're getting that same exact thing, except it's all gonna happen... let me not do stupid shit. Probably should have gone there earlier, it's fine. Make sure not to get sniped by tanks. I didn't kill that tank. Make sure he doesn't mess us up in Kakuse. I'm playing extra safe just because we've had so many runs where I've been just lollygagging. Alright, the only part that could stop us from seeing Seseri is this part right here, and it's only if we do some stupid shit here. We don't start all the way on the right side, but once we reach the bottom, then we do slight tap. We just last as long as possible so our homing can hit that last enemy. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what problems that causes us. I think here's how we're gonna fix that. Alright, we're gonna see her, but I'm a bit sad about that. We're gonna just use Kakuse, just guarantee the entrance. I can't believe, that's why I said that's the only section that could mess us up. That's so sad. Luckily, here's Shin Seseri. We actually... let me focus up just because this is so hard. Whew. This one's not as hard as it looks, unless it is. If that makes any sense. Whew. Alright, here's where we fucked up before what you do. You dodge through all these. You dodge through one more. You'll know. And then you bomb. Reason being, because you see this whole pattern right here. You hide up on the sword. It's really hard to get up here. On a normal Seseri, you can get up here just fine. Shin Seseri, there's too much horizontal bullets. Alright, the next pattern is the hardest pattern in the game for me. To do in this run. It's just a repeat, but slightly different and annoying. That's not good. Okay, so here's the problem. You need bomb to make the second phase not impossible. We both don't have gems and don't have bomb for shit. So we're gonna eat a death here. We're gonna see if we can only die once on this boss. That would be cool. We're gonna... Actually, let's try to live here as long as possible, and then bomb. So what you do by this point, you would hold charge a bomb here at a certain point. It lets you point blank the boss to kill her. So we don't have to deal with this pattern at all. And then that makes it so you skip the last pattern. So really, you just have to do the first phase of Shin Seseri, right? Because we messed up in the stage, we have to dodge this. Which, this one's not as hard as the next phase, but it's not good. Plus, I don't know how to dodge the next pattern. I just haven't looked up what the strats are for it. This one's not bad. This is the most Toho pattern I've ever seen. Goes on for a while. That was a pretty fun pattern. I haven't, like, tried to go through. This is the one I don't know how to do. I guess we just got... Nope, it started right away. Okay, if we can not use any resources, I'll be happy. Let's just small bomb. You wait till her voice line's done. And then you pop it and she dies. Oop, that might have been a mistake. You don't want to agree for gems on that fight. Because that happens, she's at like Magic Pixel, and that pattern is psycho hard. Like, that's an actual TLB pattern. The rest of the patterns, maybe that one intro pattern's hard. So, let's try to get one miss, that'd be cool. Fuck, that shit is so much faster than like Dodonpachi. Dodonpachi, you have 800 years as it counts down. I only routed this stage today. So I don't exactly have everything down perfect, but I think I've fucked this stage enough today that I have a general idea of how not to do stupid shit in it. We need to get here. You see those like whoop. You see the small Zakos, just the ones on the... We need to cut. We Kakusei, that might have been fine actually. Uh-oh, I did that too. We're just killing you normal. That's fine. Luckily, this is pretty lenient because the replay messes up a bit. They tried to cancel stuff. They try not to cancel the bosses. They try to get out of Kakusei to save their gems, and they mess that up twice. So there's actually a bit of leeway. Here we start left, we're going to the right here. It curves back. I don't know when this guy becomes uninvuln. Stuff when they're like entering the screen aren't... Ooh. What in fuck? Oh, it's not dead. I'm like, what's happening? We are low on gems, but luckily, by this point in the Nomus route, you have no bomb remaining. So like the worst case scenario is we actually have so much bomb. Let's see how this goes. We actually might just bomb the... Yeah, we're out of gems. You usually, We're just gonna charge a little bit of this. Now we have to get back on route, which is the annoying thing. Luckily it seemed to work. Alright, what is the next step? The next step is as soon as... we want to get here fast. Now we want to get in the middle fast because the weird angles from those tanks on the lower end could be a problem. Are you gonna shoot me? I'm just looking at that bottom enemy. Terrified out of my mind. This part's really not bad. The dolls are like... I thought these would be hard because in the overmode route they're fucking nightmarish. But Asagi just annihilates this entire thing. Like, I don't even have it routed. The thing is as long as you're not constantly held to one side, you're killing the dolls on the other end. I'm just for safety gonna do this. You can around the world there without spending... I messed up, you have to start on the same side. Once you get to here, you've gotten like 3 of them. By now, you have like a sliver of bomb usually left. So at this point, you just pop it, and everything else remaining on the stage is aimed. And it's just this of the stage. I like started on the wrong spots a few times, but this is pretty realistic that we could get a 1-miss on, which would be cool. That's what you usually do for for the normal run, because you die on purpose to skip Shin Seseri on like normal runs. I just wanted to kill Shin Seseri because I really like this game. So I don't want to just do like a chump survival clear. So I'm like, killing the TLB is kind of cool. Alright, we stay down here, we pop Kakusei because we're trying to do enough damage so we could point blank. You see the stem of the boss here? You get point blank for that. We are going to bait. Every single bullet here is aimed at us, relatively. So you bait the side there, and now you point blank the stem, and now we have enough gems. We have 2 patterns that are the only patterns left we have to dodge. And see, look at the extends. I think the extend is at 50 mil. We use Zeshukai a total of 1 time on stage 2 boss, and we are 15 mil over the extend. Maybe it's 60 mil, I don't know. Alright, Let me just not fuck this starting bit up, and then we have the whole jam. I messed up a bit, but it worked out. You can lock the left side off screen so it doesn't shoot at you. Where the fuck did those come from? This is the pattern I worry about. Okay, now that we've done that, we've pretty much got everything in the bag, unless I jinx us. We want... Okay, I didn't mess it up. We want to be right under the fourth... Okay, this might get weird. We're just hugging... This is a really weird streaming pattern, but you're just hugging the side of the line shot. Now, right as soon as our voice line goes, you pretty much got it in the bag. This is a really mean pattern, but like, you don't have to dodge it on Asagi. And usually, like, you use your Kakusei on the other patterns and everything, but the way this is routed, you always have gems for everything. So I keep talking about this route. I didn't make this route for shit. This is STM's route. It's got like a thumbnail that's just Asagi with a white background. It's like STM and ALC and like one other player. It's like their channel or something. They have a lot of crazy score plays, but they have the God survival route. I wish they had more like pure survival because I really enjoy those. But no, they only have God runs. This is the exception. This is the best survival route I've seen just because of how like constructed each Kakusei section is. You always have gems for everything. I even fucked up a lot and I had room to maneuver back onto the route. It wasn't so straight. And what's cool is what's really cool is how they do the point blanks with shot. You get so many gems, you refuel yourself. It's pretty good. Cause like a lot of survival routes I see, they use Kakusei on a lot of the hard sections, and then like you end up half and half, having to like dodge which halves you have trouble with and which halves you don't. And like you have room for deaths. It doesn't matter. Like you don't need a perfect run for survival. For Shin Seseri, since you need the no miss, you kind of want the first stages to be really good. But like if you go for just clearing the game, you can just die. You got so much bomb meter. You get 250 gem replenished. So if there was a section where you were supposed to have gems from and you ended up not getting them, you get them. You just die and then you can spend them again. It's only really an issue if like what happened to us on Shin Seseri, where you want 500 gems going in and you flub it right before. That part made me sad. Did we dodge her right? I think we dodged her correctly on the first pattern. That was neat. Part of me wants to try to go for the no miss. But I don't know, maybe it just on the side. Go for it, because there we did. I just have to clean up stage 6 and then make sure not to flip that one part on stage 5. Shin Seseri is the problem though on first phase, because I'll pull up like a video. This takes a while. Shin Seseri on second and third phase are crazy hard. If you do the first phase and carry over bomb meter and carry 500 gems, then you shred the other two. You don't have to dodge anything. They just insta die. You just dump Kakusei, bomb. Second phase is dead. You get the point blank for gems. You gem the last phase, it's dead. Or why not? Pull that one up. You can see kind of how that works. Let us see. Why I'm not getting the bottom one. So here's the God Run. And here is what happens on Shin Seseri.
Has been your worst
Ah.
DIY fail?
Like, ideally, if you go into the second phase with 500 gem and like the normal bomb amount you would have by then, you do use a bomb on the last phase, but fine, you come in here with full. You just pop Kakusei. It's gonna run out, and as soon as it runs out, you just bomb. And this section's really easy to dodge, it's so slow. You just pop bomb. You don't want it to be an auto bomb. When you're in Kakusei, it spends like half your bar. If you're in Zeshkai, you lose your whole bar. It's messed up. See, you're supposed to get like annihilated in the middle, but because you bombed out of there, you get easy dodges on the side. This bomb is slightly finicky to time. But if you do time it, and it's kind of weird on the position too, you get the point blank here. You pop Kakusei right after the voice line. And then the last phase, which is Psycho Hard, is fucking dead. It's like, as long as you could do that, it really, the whole run is just, can you dodge Shin Seseri's first phase? If you can do that, then you can no-miss the game, pretty much. And stage 6 is nowhere near as hard as like DFK stage 6, like Diojo's or like Katsui's. The stage itself is harder than Espgaluda 1. But the boss is way easier than Espgaluda 1 if you do these strats. Because the only pattern you have to dodge is the final boss, it doing the very first one whenever on the final phase. And then the like flower petals. And that's not the worst. Here's what Zeshikai looks like if you haven't seen this game. See, your gold goes down too, that's your resource. Every time you shoot an enemy, all their shots get canceled, but then they create more that shoot at you. And your times multiplier goes up to 500. So what ends up happening is you, instead of getting these like measly 100s, you get 500, 500, 500 off everything, and you're getting them repeatedly. You're canceling the same ones over and over and over and over and over. It's super resource intensive and like timing based on how you kill everything to have the right amount of resources to not run dry mid scoring section. It gets kind of intense. It's pretty fun though, but I don't recommend doing the world record route because I'm still salty about trying to learn it, and like I probably dumped like 30 hours in that game and I never made it past stage 3 with the scoring route. And then this one, I did the initial route for survival, just going through it and like looking at what the replay did in like 3 hours, and then maybe like a couple hours of practice I did the other day. And then I did like a tiny bit of like make sure I know what happens on stage 6. Like you could get a super fast clear of this game. And if you're just going for survival, it's not bad at all. The other characters are way harder. Because your Kakusei just does not deal the damage. And Tateha right here. Tateha is so ass in this game. Because her whole thing is the big spread. And when she's in Kakusei, her laser's trash, but her shot is wide and homing. Thing is she does no damage, and in scoring she's bad because in scoring you want to kill very specific things at a specific time. Tateha just blasts the whole screen. It's so hard. You have to be careful control using the laser, and every time you do laser from nothing, you're shooting your shot and then it does the laser. It's not instant. So it's like a lot harder on her. Ageha's like the goated score player. Although I do see a lot of high scores with Asagi, but it's like a lot harder because she built her gems are worth less in terms of how long they last versus the other characters whenever you cancel something. Alright, what's the move now? I think two Seseri kills, that's pretty cool. I'm probably not gonna grind the Nomus out today. For that, I need to look at stage 6 a bit more. I think this route, Espgaluda 2 is easier. Just make sure you die somewhere before stage 5 boss, and you fight normal Seseri. Normal Seseri has the same first phase, but it's way easier. First phase, Shin Seseri is fucking nightmarish. I'm so bad at it. I got lucky 2 times today I did it properly. Espgaluda 1 general difficulty is way lower. You do have to do dodges on bosses, but the dodges are easier compared to like a Diojo. But last pattern of Espgaluda 1 is pretty hard. And last pattern of this game can be... You know, I think it's immune to Zeshikai, so I guess that's what they're trying to do. It's not immune to Kakusei. If you could if you could deal Zeshikai damage on the boss in the overmode run, I would be ecstatic. Because that means you could, on the last phase, get hit on purpose to build gems. You have to get back into overmode, and then you just kill the boss with the gems. I saw that if you're doing normal overmode. If you do Zeshikai overmode, you can't do that. You do 0 damage. It made me so sad. There be some Galuda too. Alright, what games are you guys playing? I got an enormous ass list of ones I want to do next. That's ever growing. What the plan might be? I gotta work on a video for this. I'm gonna try to see if I could get the Nomus. Yo, what up? You missed it. We killed it. We did it. We missed it. No, not Nomus, sadly. We killed Shin Seseri, and then we went into Shin Seseri with 300 gems instead of 500, which means the second phase, you die. You need 500 to do the stupid shit for that. But then we got the rest. Final boss is unbelievably easy with this character for a final boss. The cutscenes for the final boss are so much longer than the final boss itself. I don't think I'm gonna grind for any more runs of the Nomus right now, just because there's a... Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna make it in a little bit, just because I want to know what I'm doing better on stage 6. And I want to see if maybe I could get the Nomus. If I can't, though, I think this is good enough to show how to get through it pretty safely, because we did everything, but it could always be better. I think my stage 3 mid-boss could have been better. But I'll probably just do one to show. Dude, let's just do a Shin Seseri in practice right now. Shin Seseri fucking... Alright, let's see if we could do the actual strat. We're gonna see how big my clear percentage is on this. Okay, yeah, that's about right. Do we have... Yeah, we do have 100 by this fight. This is how it goes if you go in with resources. Dude, my dumbass keeps doing the hardest parts of this boss in the 2 runs we killed of her. But... Ubering somewhere else. This pattern is so goddamn hard, and I can't figure out why. if you have to go up at some point, but doing that like messes with it. The consistent thing I found was just like going really slow for the first few bits, and then the last 2 lanes that you have to dodge into is whoop. This pattern, by the way, is terrifying unless it's like, I think you just sit in the middle and then just look to dodge the balls. And then you're fine. Just don't worry about running into the walls as long as you start in the middle. Here's what you do to get into the safe spot. It's really hard to get into the... Oh, did something die? Yo, let me know if I'm dead or I'm back. OBS just said it died. Am I back or did that blow up? I'll peep that after. OBS just popped up and was like, "You're fucking dead." Okay, there's something like... So this one, you want to go slow at first, and then as soon as you're through the first half, you want to get into this lane and this lane. Because the way it's aimed, it'll create those routes for you. This one, as long as you're kind of going with the movement and then plant yourself in the middle, so it's going to the left and then we're in the middle, then you can just look to dodge. The very last one, you have to make sure you tap one more time once you're in it. And then you're fine. I found that one was scarier than it... It's less scary than it looks, if you just focus on being in the middle and that. If I could find a way to not have to bomb to get into the safe spot, I would be so happy, but I can't figure it out. Plus, by this point, you have a bomb anyway. The real issue is getting here without 500 gems, because you really want 500 gems for the timings. The issue is this pattern is the hardest pattern in the game for me. It's the same as the first, but it's oriented slightly differently, and it throws me off every time. You do not want to go high on this one. Okay, now we go down and in. That one always drives me nuts. So here's how it goes if you've done everything right now, and you just mess up the boss. We wait till these reach us. So they've reached us. Let's just move up a bit so they're horizontal. You dump so much damage here. And you need all that damage because you don't do jack dick if you're not in Kakusei for this part. As soon as we run out, hot bomb, let go. It's trying to like constrict you in the middle of the map because it expects you to not be able to get out of that. But since we're out of that, everything's fine. We wait for these balls on the right to reach the bottom like 25%. Here's the weird part that I don't 100% understand. That's the part I don't really get too much. You have to... I found it really weird based on you let go of bomb when you have 1 pixel left, so you have 1 extra small bomb. You have to like pull the turret out, shoot laser on the turret, and then at the end go in. Because I found if you sit on Seseri, your bomb kills her. At most of the timings that I practiced of that one. And then I found in the replay, they like bait the turret down. They shoot the turret a little bit and then move up. I think that's causing it to not do as much damage. You move up into her for the last bit, and then you point blank her for full gem count for the last one. I'm just gonna see if we could get the full fight in here. Yeah, you do, because the last phase is psycho hard. Really fucking hard. I'm gonna try to get to the last phase and then not Kakusei it and see how long I last. I'm getting a lot better at that pattern than I thought. I was agonizing over that shit. It's like I never knew a streaming pattern could be that hard. This one, surprisingly, was the one that would clip me. Because if you tap too much, you're gonna tap into the wall. On the last 2, you really only need to tap twice, so you get in, do a double tap, and you're good. This one, your focus movement speed is so aligned with these that you automatically get into the lane. You don't have to like finesse it at all. Yeah, we just gotta dodge this last one again. I was practicing and trying to get the timings on the other phases. I could never get to the other phases because I always get stuck on this fucking pattern. We're gonna try slow, 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 and then hyper jump into the lanes on the ending ones. Like right here, now we really get in the lanes. God, that's all you have to do, man. Alright, let's see if we do this correctly. Pop. The angle of these is aimed on you. So if you're in the middle, they aim horizontal. They're really easy. Don't dodge diagonal left, diagonal down ones, or diagonal right ones. Like this. Did I stay there too long? Who knows? So here's how I think you're supposed to do this bomb timing. So we let the ball get to there. We're gonna drag out this here. We're waiting for like a pixel, and now we go in. And I didn't get the point blank there, but usually you get enough that you Kakuse right here, the whole pattern dies. Why do you want to Kakuse here? Look at this shit. It's so hard. But if you have, you get the point blank, you get all the gems, it's completely fucking free. Oh, this is a fucking psycho pattern. I'll have to look up sometime how people do that without resource. That would be interesting. Yeah, you point blank there, you get 120 gems. You pop it, nothing can hit you, and she dies. That pattern's like 4 times as hard. We actually dodged most of the second pattern, the second phase on our clear run. Which is pretty funny, but I didn't know how to deal the one where it just shoots a giant ass beam of bullets at you. So I'm like, Shin Seseri, not bad at all. Unless you're going for score, and then which, holy shit. Getting to her is what I thought would be scary, because like even like Ketsuya Mote requirement, you can bomb 6 times or die. Even DFK Hibachi, you can die. SDOJ as the auto bomb, even though you get fucked over. This one I thought would be scary because no miss. It's like regardless of how easy something is, it's like just one mistake and you die. But it's too powerful. So STM also has a run with Ageha. I want to see how they do that last pattern. So this is a no miss. I don't think this one is scoring just because the timer is low. When you can tell the difference between a survival run and a not survival run really easily based on how long the timer is, because Zeshikai takes so long. I want to watch this whole fight. Oh, I actually, before I do the video, I gotta learn how to fight actual Seseri. Yeah, I would not blame SDing before. It's even nice because stage 4 boss could be trippy. So having that, like, that extra bit of leeway where it's like, ooh, I died on stage 4 boss, but I needed to die somewhere anyway, which is pretty nice. We did the stupidest shit that made it so we had 1 miss on our run. I'm so sad. Okay, here's Shin Seseri with Ageha. Yeah, I'm starting to like really want leeway in things. I'm tired of requirements. So this is just like how you do it with Asagi. They're probably gonna do the same exact strat, I would imagine. I'm curious how... Yeah, see, he moves diagonally down, so he matches the speed of the lane. With Asagi, she's so slow that she just always happens to. This is interesting. That might be worth considering with Asagi doing that. Because then you also get Kakusei damage and don't have to dodge the first pattern twice. But what's the strat for second phase? So Asagi melts this shit. Ooh, and you get max gem too. Fuck, I might have to mess with that. Same thing. I don't know where he's gonna make up all the damage. The same exact strat. Except we're gonna stay in a bit. Oh, that's cool. Oh, fuck, dude. I might learn the Asagi version of this strat. That looks... Yeah, she loses more in general. I think killing things is more, or it's exactly entering and... Entering and exiting is pretty catastrophic. I might mess with that one for Asagi just as a backup for if your resources are fucked. What is... Oh, this is the pattern I didn't know how to dodge. I thought I could make a gap between the two, but... Yeah, that shit is fucked up. You gotta be perfect to get in the gap on that. What I wonder is, do we just bomb the last pattern? I'm really curious on the strat for this last one. We do have gems. And his plan to... Wait, is that all? Oh my god, that's it. It ultimately requires the same amount of resources as the one we're doing, though. You end up at the same exact... Actually, no, the other one gets you with the extra bomb that you could use on the dolls. I'm like, that's like 100 times harder on that guy. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I want to learn a game all on stream again. Like Raiden Fighters that we did. Except I want to try learning a cave one that I haven't messed with all on stream. So I'm probably gonna dump a poll. Yeah, that seems really good. Because it's like you refund your Kakusei anyway. And not have to dodge the third pattern is a big deal. I'm gonna mess with that. But I want to do a whole... Aw, damn it, my chat didn't work the whole time. I never can know when it works or when it doesn't. It's really weird. Alright, here's the plan. We want to learn a cave game all on stream. These are the ones I don't know the routing for that I think might be cool. I'll just dump these all in a poll sometime and then try learning that one. Let's like do this. How do I move down? Okay. What games do you guys messing with right now? These are ones that I don't know the route for, but I have found a route that I would like to learn. Uh, I swear there's another one. What other what other cave games do I not know that are cool? Pull up the wiki, what stuff is available. Dude, I played with the idea of learning expert in SDOJ without the hibachi fight, even though hibachi is 100 times easier on fucking expert because you got a tinier hitbox. But like, good God, getting there without blowing all your resources be crazy. Okay, Donpachi, I've already routed a lot of that. I want to do the 2-all of that at some point because I found Plasmo's route that's god tier for second loop. Yeah, those two were the initial ones that I was thinking of. And I just threw all these other ones that also I want to do at some point. Dodonpachi, I'm eventually getting the 2-all. I've been just very slowly over time, just booting it up every now and then to practice second loop. Esparade, I have a clear of. If I want to do a video for that, I gotta get a lot better at it though. And I put my Esparade clear on the on Restart Syndrome just cause like it's a really easy place to just put a list of all your shit you've done. And then I forgot that we were playing on RetroArch, and if you have RetroArch, if you have like frame delay, or like it's either if frame delay is any amount, or one of the run ahead settings, or one of the like I don't know, whatever the thing at the top of latency is, it makes all the bullets for like stage 4 boss and the final boss, they'll come down and they won't like roll backwards and then come down, or they won't like skip forward. They will literally all change position. It's so funny. So I put that replay on there, and then I remembered again. I'm like, oh yeah, that replay is fucked up. Uh, Gara, the final boss, throws her first pattern, and then Gara is on the other side of the screen, and the pattern's completely different. I'm like, maybe I'll take this down. I forgot that that shit was fucked up. Esperade has my favorite theming and like of any of the games. I'm not 100% with the bullets. They feel weird for some reason because they're small bullets with big hitboxes for their size. They're like not Toho bullets. That game's sick though. Dangan Fever Run is the game that is like I look at Buffy's list, he has that very high up. Everybody says it's pretty hard. Everybody says it's pretty easy to go south. It's very short. The route I found is pretty good for survival, and by found I mean it's literally just Asagami's run of that game. He's really good. The one he had like a year ago or something. Uwange, I have like credit fed through once, and I don't know all that much about it. I've seen runs of it. I haven't found a pure survival run I like. Yeah, dude, Akai Katana Shin is the fastest I've ever like fallen in love with a shmup. Will it time out the last boss? I might try to go for TLB. If no missing is not Psycho. Yeah, type. Yeah, the run I've seen that I would do for a Kai Katana Shin, they do a lot of like angling upwards with the katanas. I haven't seen any shooting backwards. It's cool how you could do that. Dangun, we will just find out if we do that one. If because we'll do type B roll for Dangun. For Akai Katana, we do type B because type B's mad good. I got that game. I did like a credit feed through, and I'm like, this is the sickest shit ever. And the mechanics seem really complicated when they have this like tutorial video that's like 9 minutes long going through each of the modes and your mode scam modes. And you got to build up the two different kinds of resources. I'm like, I don't really get it. And then you look at a run and it's quite literally you just run up and shoot things with shot and then your bar is full. And you run up and shoot things with like a laser and then you're or the other way around, you get all the orbs around you and then you're good. Then you just use it and you pick off a section. I would copy EGI's run for Akai Katana Shin. It's a no miss that's really well routed. For Dangun, Yagawa, I've done a lot of Garaga and then I always like get distracted. I really want to mess that one run I was talking about last stream with back raid. That's a half scoring run that plummets the rank. If it actually does plummet the rank like I think it does, I want to do that one. Because every run I look up is either an absurd scoring run or pure survival, but shit's hard. Like you get to the last boss with no resources at high rank. Cave Yagawa games. I thought about doing Dying D in Ibarra, but there's already the Pearl video that's really good and goes over the Dying D stuff. I don't know anything about Mushia range. I'd have to look at that. For which one? For Futari or for normal? I haven't seen either ranges on either game. I want to do Black Label God mode because there's a survival replay that trivializes the entire game and could get you to TLB. Mushi Ultra, I've messed with a little bit, but uh, it's terrifying. Look at like Omkol's comments on the final pattern, where he learned the entire game up till the final pattern and just couldn't do the final bit. And that's what happened to me in this game with the overmode route, where I routed the whole game and then found out that the final pattern I can't do. But Omko has a new cool strat where you play with S, you swap to W as soon as you can, and then you switch to S at the end fight. I'll have to take a look at that because I haven't messed with that at all. I think like when I was new to shmups, I think I was trying to learn a Mushi one like the normal Mushi route on I think I was playing Mushi 1.5 trying to copy a replay that is the original game and not 1.5. Like, why is everything slightly weird? Uh, dude, I would also do Moochie Moochie Pork Survival, but there's good commentaries for that already, and Pearl's got like a god commentary for that one. I would just be learning Pearl's run because that one's sweet. Oh, you could swap between like WM. That's pretty cool. Maybe look runs on that. I bet Kiwi has random world record in that game. Ink Sweets terrifies me because people say it's just hard to clear. I've I think it would be fun to go for no miss. Or not no miss, just low rank. Uh Plasmo has a cool run of that. Ibarra Kuro, I would want to do the scoring things on. Death Smiles I messed with a little bit, trying to do like the whole level 3 everything thing. So it's primarily these few. I could do a Dying D of Ibarra, that would be fun, but like there's a lot of other games that don't have like a video out for yet. Oh, Pro Gear is I've already cleared Pro Gear, so I wouldn't throw it on this list. Yeah. I've only played it once. I haven't actually played it enough to make an opinion of it. I know people who don't like it, like really don't like it, and other people it's just fine. Regular Donpachi, I would want to do the 2-all of that one. And the 2-all's not bad at all for fucking Plasma's got the God route. I keep trying to think, should I just would it be faster for me to finish learning the 2-all of Dodonpachi? Or should I just learn Donpachi 2-all? I've already 1-all Donpachi, so I would want to do a 2-all. And I have the route for it, but I don't remember shit on that game. Guwange, I haven't found a survival route I super like, but I have found a scoring route that's really good, and we can just ignore score. We could just not care about dropping the combo. If we don't care about dropping the combo, and the routes like survive, that game doesn't have scoring extends, right? Because it's got the health pickups everywhere, and it's got the life bar system. I know Akai Katana has extends because your life bar gets bigger, I think. What other games are cool? Maho, I want to learn with Bornum. Air Gallet could be sick as fuck, but that one's hard. I've tried learning 19XX like 100 times. I've routed that game from start to finish, and then I just don't want to do runs. And then I route the game from start to finish. It's because I don't get the boss kill timings exactly right. So I don't want to do runs. So then I forget about it. Have any of you played Carrier Air Wing? Or it's called US Navy for the JP version. It's basically the game after UN Squadron. For some reason, I don't like UN Squadron at all. I fucking love Carrier Air Wing. I learned how to do the shoplifting tech in that game. I gotta pull up this shit. It's so funny.
With Prime Big Deal Days.
So the this game and maybe we'll do it immediately. Let's just do it on second because it's more available. So I'm really, really biased. I fucking love this game, like a lot. Everything about it does something for me. And I feel like nobody else likes this game. But for some reason, this in-between stage thing makes me so happy. Look at how it shows target weak point. When I was like 8 years old on MAME, clicking on random games, this shit was the coolest thing ever. Like a giant boss showing the weak point of the boss you're going to soon face. And then the sound here. And then you take off. But here's the funny thing about this game. Would you do a run where you play the game? Oh, there goes all my list. Can I undo that? Nope. Ah, whatever. So this game has a resource. Your score is money, and you can spend your money. It's not like taking away from score, but your score like deposits whatever you scored into your money, and you buy shields or weapons. Look what happens on like I think this was or is the world record route, or either just really high scoring route. Look at this shit. Wow, he's really fast at picking items. I wonder why he's going so fast. You're gonna notice something. Look at your money. Your money doesn't change at all. I don't know how I found out. I found out somewhere how you do this. You have to have auto fire on shot at a certain frequency and auto fire on your special weapon at a certain frequency. If you do that, you hold both of them down and you wiggle left, right, left, right, left, right. You shoplift the store. I'm like, I don't mind doing this because it's fucking funny. But, I wonder if other people would be against that. Because it is a little weird, because while I am auto-fire friendly, you're auto-firing your secondary weapon that you don't use with auto-fire, really. And you're doing a weird exploit. It's in that weird in-between. Maybe you just win it. Plus, it gets rid of the money aspect, which is like it's more interesting that way. Is that something in Mystery Dungeon? You just fucking wiggle. Here's the other one that, like, this is the only thing I would hesitate. Uh, this is the only other run I would hesitate to use auto fire on something other than actually. So in about like a couple weeks, and like not this Saturday, next Saturday, our like local arcade dudes are doing a shoot 'em up thing, and Radiant Silvergun's gonna be there. So I'm actually gonna try to learn as much of that as I can. I have started on learning it. I have found a route that, for the most part, is really fucking good. So you see this shit? At first, I was terrified because this very starting section, like just the very starting area section, so this one, for some reason, this section is oddly difficult. Like, really oddly hard to, like, hit all of these enemies properly and build the sword there is a little weird. And for some reason, getting your diagonal shots here on this yellow enemy in order to kill these is slightly weird. But then I looked up another run that, like, has a way easier version, and the rest of this run is, like, goated. So, like, you know the R-type ship, the Iron Boss, at the end of the first stage? The end of the first real stage. Oh, you're routing that one? Nice. It's a fucking cool-ass game. I was scared to try this game for the longest time because I thought the idea is if I do not do the route perfectly, I will not have the weapon power to win at the end. It would be kind of like Musha, where it's like, oop, I made it to the last boss with a bunch of lives, but I don't have any options, so I'm fucked. I thought it would be like that, but you get turbocharged to the point where, like, way before the final stage, you have enough to beat it. But, like, look, this route has a bunch of shit like this in it. Very simplified. And even says down here that he's playing this on the one of these. All right. It's on one of the minis. When is it on? Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of a different thing. Yeah, is that this shit? Is that the one where you're in the high-speed chamber? I saw this shit. This shit made me so happy. Chain. Look at how fucking huge the secret thing is. You, like, look at your Vulcan. That shit is so satisfying. You go into the section. Look at your Vulcan level. Oh shit, dude. Our Vulcan's so behind. We've been focused on spread the whole time. Where do we start the chain? Yeah, this shit is so cool. This would be why I would do stage 2 one. Oh my god! Look at that 14. Yeah, it's fucking 4 levels. And FF Tactics came out, so you gotta you gotta play this one now. Look, I might mess. Yeah, the last two I heard are fucked up. One of the local friends I know was recently grinding this game. He died. He lost all of his lives on stage one and just kept going for practice and no missed the game from there. This game's tight. I thought the chaining and secret stuff would be a lot harder, like a lot more confusing and like convoluted than it is. Once I got it, I'm like, you just stick on, at least with this route, you just stick on red. You just stick red, unless you're on a secret section, in which case you just one red, one blue, yellow, 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 yellow forever. Made it so much easier to understand. I thought it would be like Escaluda or Ikaruga, where you can go like all white and then grab black, or like grab white, black, or grab white, black, and keep it going. But if you go like a chain of red, chain of blue, you lose your chain, which makes it easier to understand actually, because you just stick red or something. I don't think this run does a single blue chain. That's not getting the secret. I don't know. What's some other cool shit that's out there? Darius Gaiden has 800 survival videos on it, but I still haven't cleared it. Yeah, Blue's are secret asshole. Devil Blade I haven't messed with. Fucking Gokujo Parodius. Have you guys played a Parodius? They're fucked up games. But in Gokujo, you can drop the rank immediately, and then you can't die the rest of the game. There's a section where you just suicide over and over and over, and then like the hard ass stage 3 is really easy, and the whole game never can catch up in rank in time, and you can make it to the secret stage. Not Parodius, but I was shocked at how lenient Gradius games were. Which sounds funny because the whole Gradius syndrome thing. But what I realized is Gradius, you have 3 lives. With like, you have, let's say you have 5 mistakes you can make. Because you have a triple shield, and then you lose your shield, you pop shield again, you got a triple shield. Or whatever. So I was shocked learning like Gradius 2. Obviously, like Gradius 3 and 4 are gonna be like hard as shit. So it's like not gonna be like that. But I was shocked at how little Gradius syndrome was in Gradius 2. If you die in Gradius 2, you're fucked. But if you make mistakes, then you just lose a tick of shield. The only problem is if you get hit by environmental shit that just drops all your shields at once. Like the walkers at the end of the game, that's like the hardest section of the game. Like it's so hard to keep shield there. They eat all of your shields, and then you got to do one weird dodge at the end on the right side of the screen. That's like so terrifying, and that checkpoint's hard as shit. That's my beef with that game. I found a Hellsinker no damage run, but I don't know anything about Hellsinker. Yo, have you guys played Hyperduel? Hyperduel, it's the Technosoft guys. It's fucking god game. I don't see it mentioned anywhere. That game is awesome. Mars Matrix, I found a survival route of. I think it's another Omkol route. Nexer is a cool console one to learn. Outzone would be cool. P47 Aces is fucking crazy ass game. Raystorm, uh, I don't know. I have ones ahead of that. That one spooks me. That one terrifies me because everybody who plays Raystorm is like, this game is fucked up, man. Compared to Rayforce. Rayforce was the perfect difficulty for me. Pro Gear, I've learned this game for minor score because it was in a Callus Cup. I found a survival route that's really good though. And a lot of people like Pro Gear. That might be a good one to do on. Raiden Fighters 2. I need to do the one on the first game. 2, I really want to learn because the shot looks cool, the stages look cool, and the scoring looks like you don't sacrifice. Yeah, I love Super Celeste. That's one of my favorite console games. The music combined with the pacing of the game is fucking phenomenal. It's really goddamn long though. I've played most the main compile stuff. Low-key Power Strike 2 is pretty good. What's cool for the Raiden Fighter series is I found Andrew98 has like a shit ton of runs of that whole series, and his runs are score runs, but they don't milk grazes, and they are relatively like a lot better for survival than everything else. To where like I don't think it hinders you too much to do the scoring strats that he does in his runs, which is super cool because you get to engage with scoring without like ripping your hair out. Like I would love that kind of run for this game. This game, if you want that style of route, you look at like not the world record routes, you look at like the 500k, 600k routing. And it's still really hard, but like nowhere near the crazy shit. I learned all of Rapid Hero and then never did a replay. Salamander 2 would be really fun. That's one I need to do. Sengoku Ace 2 all. That shit gets that shit is so funny. Have you guys seen Sengoku Ace? They're not even using the right character. Everybody picks Ein. And it doesn't fucking matter. Look at this boss. Look at this boss. That's the whole game. It's the easiest Psycho 2-all by like 100 years. I think Ein does the same thing, but I think she's better at doing that type of speed kill. Sonic Wings 2 would be a good candidate for a learn on stream game. Yeah, I did a stream of Gumbert 2 of learning it from scratch. And stage 5 boss, stage 6, stage 7, it's fucked up. Those bosses are way messed up. I did Gumber 2, and then we did Dragon Blaze after. Gumber 2 took like 8 hours. Dragon Blaze took 4 hours because those bosses, once you knew the pattern, you got it. Fucking Gumber 2, you gotta lock in on those patterns. That shit is hard. I found Sokyo Gurentai by... Look at... This run is cool as shit. This run is so cool. Here's what we'd do. We'd say we're learning a Rising game, and then you whip this one out. This is like a uber low rank run. And it's fucking awesome. This run's really good. And when I originally was in shmups, I didn't really care for PS1 aesthetic. I thought that PS1 was in the era where like because it was like everything was early, everything looked like shit. But that it turns out I felt that way because I really never played PS1 games. And I played like N64. I'd look at N64 games. Look at like Bubsy or something and be like, nah, it's too early. But like this era, like late 90s, early 2000s, like shmup, like like Sokyo Gurentai, R-Type Delta look fucking awesome. Dark pixels. Unbelievable. It makes me so sad when everybody like bumps up the res to like ultra high res, it's ultra high res, but all the polygons are the same, so it looks uncanny. My favorite shit is the sharp stuff. Starfighter Sandbag. I've not heard of that one. I made the.
AI is only as smart as your prompt.
I haven't played too much Twin Stick. That's a PS1. That looks pretty good. That one's got the ultimate PS1 aesthetic. Oh, here was the Thundercross 2 thing. So I am auto-fire friendly in everything, including games where auto-fire makes it actively worse. Except for... where are you? Thundercross 1 or 2? That is Zero Wing. Where is my beloved Thundercross 2? Espgaluda 2. Okay, it's probably on. I grew up with Thundercross games when I was like 6. Learning Gradius Syndrome in real time. I would use autofire for this game. However, I would not use autofire for the special shit you do in this game. In this game, the whole jam is your options. You can move up and down like this. But if you autofire your option, every time you tap it, it goes in. So if you auto-fire it really fast, then the momentum it gets from like the Y movement you get is more than like when it resets itself. So they can clamp together. So right now it's like normal. Look what happens when we want to just smoke a boss. They're not even doing full options, so they're not even gonna do most damage. Like here's what they do. See their options? This is as close as they could get. I get... Yep, see? They stack like fucking Mutalisk. And it actually got the swing once or twice. If you... This is a low rank run specifically, but if you are max power and all options, they stack like Mutalisk and they all shoot and insta-kill every single boss. And every boss in this game has a unique music track. They're all cool. Instantly kills all of them. I'm like, I'm cool with auto-fire, and auto-fire already does a lot here. But like, for some reason, that's where I would draw the line. Is like 5 times damage increase on bosses is slightly too much than I like. You want to see the funniest Toho run of all time? Look at this shit. This shit is so funny of a run. So you're probably thinking, if you know this game, oh, he's probably doing the laser glitch where you insta-delete every fight if your power is at a certain threshold. No. This is a normal run. No glitches. And why is it funny? Let's see a boss. They might just dodge the first pattern. Let's see a real boss. Let's fight like... Here's Notori. Look at this shit. Fuck you! Yeah! Uh-oh. We gotta dodge a pattern. Maybe they do dodge this one. I don't remember this one being that hard. Yeah, I guess they actually dodge this one. Look, you get a shit ton of power back. Fuck you! We only had a net loss so far of like 0.15 power. Fuck you! Fuck you! We got one more pattern remaining. What are we gonna do? Oh god! It's the entire run is like that. Shit is so funny. I want to learn the game just to be like, here's the dumbest Toho. You bomb spam every boss. Literally, you bomb spam like every single boss except the final pattern, really. Like, this one's not even that bad. Fuck it. Double bomb. In this game, this is the first time that they made power hooked to your bomb meter, and they handled it better later. This game constantly refills your bomb, just like in Galuda 2, it was constantly refilling our gems. Like, this is the only pattern that you actually have to dodge, and it's the really fun one that everybody remembers from this game. Yeah, if I knew about this shit when I was brand new, if I knew you could just bomb everything on Lunatic, I do remember there was an ultra mod of this game, which makes it ultra hard, obviously. But what they do is, I have vague recollection of like clearing it or getting close, even when I was like a super new player, because they just gave you 8 trillion bombs or something. I remember they were like, ultra's easier than Lunatic. I found a Toho 20 run that uses the shield that blocks bullets pretty well. That one's interesting. X Multiply would be fun. That's like the R-Type game where the R-typiness is toned down for what people hate about R-Type. Zezex! Okay, that's the... Dude, Zezex is so fucking good. I started routing Zezex. I learned the first 4 stages. Deadblade, I found, what's his name? Koimine has like a really good route in Zedblade for survival. Strato Fighter I learned the two all of and then never bothered to do run. I don't know, there's a bunch of the games that we'll want to learn at some point. So I'll probably chuck a poll up at some point. We'll try to learn one of these entirely on stream. Most of them shouldn't be bad at all because the route videos I found feel like they're really good. Dangan Fever Run could be a lot scarier than I think it is. I don't know how hard a Kai Katana Shin would be, but the route we have is really goddamn good at resource management. So you're always katanaing all the spooky sections and all the spooky bosses, like routed really good. I'll be excited if that one comes up. That game, I just didn't. That was not on my radar for the longest time because that game and like SDOJ weren't emulatable. And then they're on 360 and I didn't really want to mess with that. So to me, like that game just like flew by even more than SDOJ did. And now I realize like, oh, shit's available everywhere. I think it had problems on Steam and now it's fine. The Steam version seemed pretty good. I didn't see any noticeable things, but I don't know the game. So I'm like, oh shit, it's on Switch too. I'm like, oh shit, that's a real game. I should give this a try and it's fucking awesome. For some reason, I just thought it was okay for a while. Because I just haven't seen it. That game is cool. I need to mess with that because the lasers. The first thing that caught me off guard about the lasers were the laser sounds. What that shows that they're about to initiate sounds like you got hit by one. The sound. I'm like, oh god, oh god. Here's what we're gonna do for wrap up, and then if you came here super late, we cleared Shin Seseri on first run. Thanks for tuning in, dude. I appreciate ya. We came in late. We cleared Shin Seseri on our first attempt, and then won the game 3 miss. And then we ate shit a lot on stage 3, and then we cleared it with 1 death with Shin Seseri. We went into that fight without the resources to make it easy. So here's the last thing we'll talk about just because fuck it. Plug in a thing. All my USBs are taken. Try not to unplug like the camera or some. That's what we'll do. So I have this whole setup just hooked up to both of these. For a while I had a dedicated PC, but I ended up just like plugging it into my main one because I needed SDOJ at as few latency as possible. I couldn't get it on the old PC, and you could just record on here fine. Like this all looks super fancy. It's quite literally just computer, which is less cool, but it's super practical. It makes streaming and recording mad fucking easy. It makes it like you don't have to set up anything. You don't have to like, I want to go play a shmup today. I gotta go over, boot up everything, and then mess with stuff. It's quite literally you just like turn over here and games there. Here's what we're doing. I'm working on game. I'm gonna just show that for like 60 seconds. I'm trying to make a beat 'em up. And I'm pulling up. I'm making like a first pass prototyping a beat 'em up. So it's, oh god. Don't put me back at Shin Seseri. I'm prototyping a beat 'em up. And I put in a new character since last time. I am a little concerned that maybe the combo length is too long for a beat 'em up because I'm fighting game brained. I gotta teach myself to make shit a lot smaller because when you're hitting a bunch of enemies over and over again, it like the problem is they have to have a ton of HP to last for the whole combo. And the other problem is that they have to you're hitting so many enemies that like pausing every time you hit for a while. But I think I got a good length of too long of a combo. It might be too long. Uh, one of these is Game Maker and one of them is not. So all of this shit is stolen art, just FYI, for prototyping's sake. I just stole some gacha game art that has the exact pixel dimensions that I would make everything. Goodbye, Espgaluda 2. Da-da-da. You have a jab and a long one. Your jab gives you full combo. Your long one has to hit in a specific condition. Oh, I still have HP going. That's like an auto combo. If the whole gimmick of this character is if you land anything in the air, you get to launch him upwards. So that will finish itself. But if you cancel it off a certain point, you do fun stuff. So I worry this is like... I worry if that might be too long for beat 'em up combo. Because you're gonna be doing shit a lot. My like way to reduce combo length is there's a tag system that lets you do the crazy shit. But so it's like you can do a cool combo every once in a while, every time the tag comes off, and then your normal combos aren't that long. But I think they might still be a bit long. I don't know, we'll see. But that's kind of what that looks like right now. I'm trying to make it as less Euro as possible. I'm like going down the whole Euro list and trying to make sure we don't flub in all the ways that like the bad ones do. Uh, I'm pretty confident in my ability to make the arcade design work in that, but I do worry about the combo length. But that's kind of what that one would look like. Hey, that's about it for me. Uh, Thanks to everybody tuning in. Hopefully Espgaluda 2 was cool. I'm probably gonna do the video on how to do this route because it annihilates the whole game. Like there were really just 1 or 2 points you could possibly mess up on. And if you're going for pure survival, it's like you got so much leeway. And that's my favorite shmup. Thanks a bunch, dude. Thanks for tuning in. All right, maybe it won't be too long before we do another one. I'll chuck a poll up and we'll see which cave game will be uh suffocated with. I suspect if it's like Mushi Futari original, it'll be super fucking fast because the route I have is good. I've technically cleared that game at a it was at an event I was at. They had like a Blast City or something. But like just by me like flubbing around and bomb spamming. I'd learned the like actual route. You can like in Black Label original, you can you can do a weird rank management because every time you build your counter, you want to be like that's one of the modes where the scoring system is that you have a green or a blue number, and based on each you get different amount of points based on if you use shot or laser. This run specifically does the opposite of that, to not build it as much as possible, because once it reaches a certain point, uh the bullets get faster. So it's kind of interesting in that way, but ultimately you don't even need to do that for that run. If we do pull like Dangum Fever on though, we might be dying for a while. That one might be mad hard. They put it up there with like Ketsui and SDOJ, which is scary. The cool ass game though. All right, thanks everybody.